40 Crescent City, KPOD.
And drastic at this time that it wasn't anticipated to be drastic. Did
Right.
you feel that?
Yeah.
So-
That's why I guess they have canceled now the complete Pacific tsunami warning. So that's good news.
Yes,
That's
it is
terrific
good news. We're still awaiting our command to come through with that.
Yeah,
They have to check with whatever they feel their powers that be are.
well, as the
in
sheriff
first
said in his
business
conversations with the Sacramento Office of Emergency Services, they say, hey, and it sounded to me like he was pretty specific that even though nothing has happened, right, you still hang on to that time frame, that window.
You don't want to snatch and grab you all at once when you think you're through with it.
That's right, yeah. So we have had the all clear from some aspects of the entire system of information that we're relying on here for accurate information. We're not all clear yet as far as the other half, because we've got the National Weather Service office and we've also got the Office of Emergency Services who are supposedly dovetailing.
Who gets their information from whom, I wonder? Do you know, I found out one time back years ago that the phone company was monitoring us for the time and we were monitoring them for the time. That's true. That's a true story. I'd call and I'd dial whatever number it was for the phone, then I found out they were listening to us for the time. Well, one day we were 8 minutes off, both of us. I'm just kidding. We weren't that far off. But you wonder where the area of responsibility is. Who's going to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Well, there's no doubt, there's a lot of information gathering points where all of this stuff has got to come from in the first place, and for it to be all ordered or collated and then put into some meaningful rhyme and reason for what we can expect, it takes a bit of doing, and I do have a feeling that perhaps they're still working on getting that job done.
I think so, yes.
But in any event, those are the two major areas that we have relied upon this evening. Those reports from Palmer, Alaska, and then, of course, which is the Tsunami Warning Information Center for the California coast.
I just now got that out of all this Palmer, Alaska business. I just now realized just exactly what you said. I hadn't thought of it quite in that gear.
Yeah,
you just now repeated that.
Well, I'm just saying what the wires of the Associated Press had on it, and also Sheriff Tom Hopper also alluded to that. And but in any event, we're taking a look at what we get from the Office of Emergency Services, and we're taking a look at what we get from the National Weather Service office, and so I'll be happy, and I'll wait.
I'm waiting to hear the horn,
and I'm just
I can't wait to hear it.
I will happily wait. Well, I'll just wait.
I'll happily wait, but I'll be happily listening for the horn when it goes.
Well, yeah, but
I just want to hear it one time, see what it sounds like when they all clear sounds.
Oh well,
other than Bill Parker, Painless Parker's practices once a month at 10:15. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah. I don't know whether to thank Kevin or to thank Phil Frisch. Nobody ever told us because
I don't. Kevin said, did
he say whether Phil sent him or did he pay out of his pocket?
Well, he didn't say that, but he says, I heard that you guys had some food, so, quite frankly, my impression was that the CHP kitty was tapped there.
I did
but then on the other hand...
Then we don't want to take away good old Phil Frisch?
Well, if that's what happened, but, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Until I do know, I'm not going to,
Well, all I can say is that
I'm just glad...
Kevin picked a good place to get chicken sandwiches anyhow. What is it? Phil did, and Kevin was the courier.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Phil Frisch. I had the awfulest time trying
Thank
to
you,
learn how
Kevin
to say
Vince.
Thank you, Kevin. I had the hardest time learning to say Phil Frisch. It sounds like somebody played a joke on him when he was little. Said, your name is Frisch? You are now Phil Frisch. I guess. I don't know. I'm getting dingy. I've been here too long. I know that. If we wait around long enough, we can meet ourselves coming in here tomorrow morning. Do you realize?
Yeah, I don't even think about that. Yeah.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Maybe I'm even feeling it right now. Even probably more so.
I think so.
I tell you one thing we're going to have to be mindful of. I'm going to get my golden screwdriver here one of these days real fast, and I'm going to get this microphone situation managed.
Where it flies around, you mean?
Well, so when I want to sit down, I don't have to hold it down with a 175-pound weight,
I see.
I mean, it's fine when you're standing up, but when you're sitting down, you gotta hang a 175-pound weight on the sucker to keep it down. Otherwise, it goes.
I can't hear you anymore. You suddenly are in a barrel.
That's it now, and I got the weight back on it.
You know what is funny? It's funny when you're recording and they're doing a commercial, and suddenly you look and it's disappeared above your head.
Yeah,
that's a real joy.
Yeah.
Especially when you're grooving on something that you think you're getting along with pretty well.
And it doesn't. It just takes a lick of a mustache here, and the blue balloon is flowing. It's gone.
I must tell you this too, that while we're talking about Phil and Kevin's thoughtfulness in furnishing the transportation, and Phil's in furnishing those delightful sliced chicken sandwiches, Phil wants us to mention the fact that Mother's Day is a big thing over at the Elks Lodge. You know who used to come over? Pat Jabora used to call me every Mother's Day and say, Bill, this is Pat.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Mother's Day over at the Elks Lodge. But mothers are free that day. They're giving away mothers. Everybody go get one. No, mothers do not pay for their breakfast.
Right.
I know I've been here too long. At any rate, they're having a grand time over that way. And so I mentioned that to say thank you for your thoughtfulness tonight. But that's a nice time for mothers, and the Elks Lodge is a real neat place to go over and take Mom on Mother's Day. We have a lot of commercial places we represent also who have delightful plans. And so it looks like we might have, you mentioned earlier that we might keep our feet dry. We might just do it. It looks as if we are making it through the night, so to speak.
Yeah, it's all right, by golly. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
To what? I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't know.
We could sing happy birthday to you again.
Oh, no, we don't have to do that. No, I
don't think so.
I had a great birthday, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah. While we're casting. Hey, you touched on something that I think it's well to underline once again, and that is, what this community, and I know that what was done here in Crescent City was done elsewhere in so many other coastal communities, from the mainland to the Hawaiian Islands, and I wonder if we trying to write some lyrics to that. From the mainland to the Hawaiian Islands. In any event, I know that all the people that set to and went beyond the measure expected of them, whether they were evacuees or people helping evacuees, both designated officials and designated volunteers, and those who just plain went out of their way and said, hey, count on me if you need some help.
Yeah.
I know it's been duplicated in other areas, but doggone, there's nothing quite so special as, our area.
You're right.
Times like this.
You're right, absolutely, and we've seen it rebuild homes and restructure people who've been out and hurting. And my old home state is called the Volunteer State, Tennessee.
That's right, it is.
And the reason it was called the Volunteer State was because in the various times of emergencies that the good guys from Tennessee, from not just Sergeant Alvin York, the old sharpshooter, and others, but it was they'd volunteer for things they felt were worthwhile. But if I may borrow from my old home state and the feelings that I had for those routes, I find that this area is the same way. When people see a need, they come through in this area, and that's what's so neat about it. I think it's a marvelous feeling that's the way it is. Let's see, we have another call coming in. Who?
Pottorff.
Nick? No, Chief Pottorff. Okay. You want to get him?
One?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we have there.
Let me see if I can manage my
your microphone.
and everything else.
Might lose
Nick? Yeah, okay. Hang on. You're on the air now.
Okay, Dwight. I just got through talking to Bill Parker, Director of Civil Defense.
Right.
And I was listening to your broadcast about the clearance on the Tsunami watch, but that's not quite the case. We're still closing the area.
Okay, good.
South of 5th until 10 minutes to 12. And then Bill Parker who's in contact with OES in Sacramento.
Right.
We'll give the all clear.
Okay, good. Okay.
But until then, we're...
Yeah, I had a feeling we wanted to wait until you guys in charge of this whole thing were going to give us the key on it, because we have been broadcasting, of course, the clearance that has been given by other sources, so to speak. But of course, it's our desire to wait until you guys say it's clear here and before anybody starts moving around.
Right.
So
Bill said he was going to give you a call right away, but apparently, I guess he's having trouble getting through or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you did.
Okay.
Okay, Nick. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Much obliged. All right. So they're taking the 2 hours that was suggested.